Hello friends, welcome back to my channel which is Life with Sankal, and this particular video we are gonna talk about frequently asked questions of Qatar Airways. So these questions are different from what are the frequently asked questions at their websites. ये generally वो questions हैं जो हम लोग जो are like traveling first time with Qatar Airways or have traveled but usually have doubts. So which we try to ask our friends who have traveled or anybody else. So these are those questions. So if you find this relatable, firstly, do share it with those people. It's a great airline, and this video obviously is not sponsored. So the first question that I have over here is, does Qatar Airways check the size of your bags? So I know on their website उन्होंने एक size limit लिख के रखी है, but generally 99% of the time they never check the size of your bag. So, be it your checked bag or your cabin bag, they will never check it. But to ensure you still remain into the policy and their standard, it's better to maintain a nearby size limit what they have mentioned. So, that is one thing to keep in mind. Another question: does Qatar Airways weigh your cabin bags? So, this is a tricky one. I would say it is based on your luck. Sometimes they do weigh it, sometimes they don't. I have traveled with them. जब मेरा cabin bag, they did not weigh it, and I think they have a weight limit where like a limit of 7 to 8 kgs. I do not remember it properly, but somewhere around that. So depends. कभी हो सकता है if you are lucky enough and if you are carrying a little extra weight, तो probably if you are lucky enough, आपका cabin bag won't be weighted, and it will all be good. So it's better to keep it nearby to the limit, but try कि जो आपके checked baggage हैं, they are within the limits of their mentioned policy on their websites. So they continuously change it, or even if it is standard from a long time, it's better to remain in that limit, and try to keep that margin of 1 kg, because you don't know airport पे जाके उनके weighing scale में कुछ different readings आए तो. So you do not want to end up in the hassle of moving stuff here and there, which really is embarrassing, and आखिरी में एक like unnecessary confusion भी create करता है. So it's better to read the guidelines on their website and then prepare your stuff. Another question: if you have a transit flight in the is the back policy same? So okay, so let's say if you have a transit flight which is completely booked by Qatar Airways, then yes, the back policy will be same. But if you have a transit flight, let's say आप if you are traveling for instance from India to Doha, and वहाँ से आपकी flight है, so eventually उस केस में हो ये सकता है कि वहाँ की backpack policy is gonna be different. So ensure कि आपकी total flight is either booked through Qatar Airways website or their application, then yes, the baggage policy will be same. But it has a clause over here as well. जैसे मेरे साथ एक बार एक incident हुआ था. I was traveling from a city to an airport in India, which was not a flight of Qatar Airways, obviously, but it was a collaboration with Qatar Airways. So I added some extra weight for my luggage, and I tried clearing up that information with both that local airline as well as Qatar Airways, and they both said me I would only have to pay once, and I can carry that extra weight. So I did add extra weight into my luggage, but जब मैं airport पे गया तो there was some unnecessary confusion, and they said me कि मुझे लोकल फ्लाइट को भी पे करना पड़ेगा, एडिशनली मुझे कतर एयरवेज को भी पे करना पड़ेगा. सो आई डिड नॉट फाइंड इट कन्वेंशनल बिकॉज उतना तो मेरा सामान का कॉस्ट नहीं था जितना मुझे टोटल एयरलाइंस को पे करना पड़ रहा था. इवेंचुअली इन दी एंड मुझे सारा सामान वापस से वो अमाउंट का निकालना पड़ा, एंड देयर वाज अननेसेसरी कंफ्यूजन बिकॉज उनके एजेंट्स ने मुझे गलत इन्फॉर्मेशन दी थी, इंक्लूडिंग बोथ द फ्लाइट. सो इट्स बेटर इस टाइप की चीज़ें यू इंश्योर कि पहले से you are a clear communication with them. Try to remain in the standards, and even if you are purchasing extra weight, see आपका जो फ्लाइट जहाँ से कतर एयरवे की फ्लाइट चालू हो रही है, इट्स बेटर कि वहाँ ही आपका सब कुछ क्यूमुलेटिव अमाउंट ऑफ व्हाट शुड वी से क्यूमुलेटिव अमाउंट ऑफ वेट वहीं से है. और लाइक फॉर इंस्टेंस आपने अगर एक्स्ट्रा वेट लिया है तो कतर एयरवे की फ्लाइट में ही वो जा रहा है, मे बी दूसरी एयरलाइन ये परमिट नहीं करेगी. So keep a check on that. Okay. So another question. Can you get extra weight on bag in Qatar Airways? Yes, you definitely can get extra weight. If you get it before some 24 to 48 hours of your flight, it will cost somewhere around 4,000 to 5,000 Indian rupees. But if you get it at the airport, I think it's somewhere more than 5,000 rupees, more than or greater than or equal to 5,000 rupees. So it's better if you are getting that extra weight, which is somewhere around 9 kgs. They give you an additional weight limit. तो उसके लिए these are the two different prices. So make sure to make up your mind. And इसके पहले वाले question में which I told you about that extra weight limit, make sure कि जब भी आप वो add करवा रहे हो, आपकी immediate flight is Qatar Airways, because eventually if not, then you will have to pay two different fares, additional fares to two different airlines. So that is there. Next question. What are the best food choices? So I'm a vegetarian, and I believe Asian vegetarian as well as Jain food is good choices for vegetarian people. I do not know about non-vegetarians, but they have a very detailed information on their website and even on the Qatar Airway application. So better to check it out over there. They from time to time customize it, so see what suits you better. They have a very mix of seafood, non-veg, and other things in different varieties. So make sure the one that you are getting is actually as per your food and dietary as well as any other standards that you follow. So make sure about that. And generally, they will give you food. Just there would be rice, some lentils, a sabzi like paneer or anything. If it's an Indian cuisine, they'll give you pizza, sandwiches, beverages, and etc. So yeah, it's a pretty good meal. So check out the full information on their website or the application. Another question. Is the immigration check done in Doha, Qatar? So Doha is the capital of Qatar. And if you are traveling to the US, no, the immigration is done in the US, not in Doha. So yeah, but I know there are other airlines जिसका immigration बीच में ही हो जाता है before coming to the US. So no, so eventually the immigration will happen in the US. Another question. If you come to the US, no immigration. Okay, I think I've already covered that. Yeah, so with this, I think I also have a few tips and tricks. So yeah, so I think this is a universally known fact. If you are having an international flight, it's better to reach at the airport around 3 hours before that flight, which is a good standard way to follow, because you do not know आगे जाकर, like at the airport there could be issues. You may have forgotten any documents or there could be any issue, so it's better to have that window to cover that. आपके बैग से रिलेटेड इशू हो सकता है, आपके डॉक्यूमेंट से रिलेटेड इशू हो सकता है, द गेट्स कैन चेंज. सो you don't want that last minute hassle and you want to enjoy your journey, you want to travel peacefully. So keep that window of at least 3 hours. And I think the international airports are usually good. Try to chill out, check out, like what are the stores and what are things being offered. And yeah, I think that's one of the good trick to follow. Okay, so another thing, if you are at Doha uh, and done with the security check, enjoy the airport. So the Doha airport in Qatar is really beautiful. They have an indoor subway system as well, which allows you travel in between the terminals. So if you are done with your security check and if you have got enough time, do check that out. They also have an indoor garden. I don't know if it's a garden or like a man-made forest. It's really beautiful. It has a waterfall as well. So I kind of know it's at one end of their airport, so you may want to save up some time to actually go over there, take some photos and all. But yeah, they have some good luxurious cafes as well. So if you are like if you're having a good budget, do check that out as well, and I think it's gonna be a great experience over there. So that's there. So if anybody, any friend, any relative, any person you know who is confused about a few questions related to Qatar Airways, please do share this video with them. And if you have any other questions, do comment down below. I'll try to cover that. If there are enough number of questions, I'll try to cover that in my next video. And please do subscribe to my channel, which is Life with Sankalp, and please press the bell icon. Thank you and see you soon. Bye.